Hi there, Dr. Ali Miller. I wanted to talk to you about one of the biggest complaints I have in my office from pregnant women during their first trimester is morning sickness. And they are not alone. Statistically, about 50 to 80% of pregnant women in their first trimester experience morning sickness, and it is no fun. So although research has recently shown that sometimes it has a positive impact on a pregnancy where they have a healthier mom, they might have a less chance of miscarriage or a decreased chance of preterm labor or low birth weight babies. Frankly, it still kind of sucks. So what can we do to change or lessen our chances of having that morning sickness or reduce the symptoms once we do? So the first thing we can do is watching what we're eating. Certain foods and drinks tend to trigger morning sickness. So the first thing we can try and eliminate is caffeine. Another big thing is greasy or fatty foods, as well as salty or processed foods. Oftentimes women find that certain vegetables, especially bitter greens like broccoli, cauliflower, mushrooms, those might also trigger morning sickness. So you can switch to a bit milder of a vegetable, so more like carrots or potatoes, tomatoes, things like that aren't going to be as bitter and hard on your system. Just as we eliminate these certain foods, there's other certain things we can add into our diet that can decrease our chance of having morning sickness. Number one on that list is ginger. So for years and years and years, ginger has been used to reduce nausea, and it's a big player in pregnancy. It's safe. You can grate it into your food. You can have ginger teas. There's ginger chews you can chew on, or mints that will all help with that feeling of nausea. One of the second things we can add into our diet is lots of fruits and vegetables that you can tolerate. So again, some of those milder vegetables that we talked about, fruits like kiwi, berries, melon, citrus vegetables, apples, those things are also been shown to reduce morning sickness. Starchy vegetables, so things that are easy to digest, potatoes, carrots, squash, things like that are again going to reduce the amount of morning sickness. Oftentimes soups and bone broths, because women can often get dehydrated if they're vomiting often with their morning sickness. Making sure that we replenish those fluids is really important. So again, soups and bone broth, which increase the amount of minerals and rehydrate us, are really, really important. The last thing I always like people to add in is to make sure they're having lots of healthy fats. So this includes nuts, seeds, avocado, coconut, olive oils, things like that. Those are important building blocks, and especially when you're building this new little human, you want to make sure that you're consuming lots of those. So that we talked about what we can add in and what we can take away. General kind of diet things you want to make sure that you're watching for morning sickness is that you want to make sure you don't skip breakfast. So even if you can only get down one piece of bland toast, try and get it down. The other important thing is to not have, huge meals during the day. Maybe you want to have smaller meals, more frequently. And with that goes that try not to go more than 3 hours without having some kind of a snack. So make sure you always have, a container of nuts or seeds in your purse, or a piece of fruit that you can snack on to make sure that you're constantly kind of having something in your system. Lots of water is important to make sure you're hydrated. You could also drink herbal teas that are safe during pregnancy. And the last thing I always tell people that they can try and do too is that you're taking your prenatal vitamin in your morning. Sometimes people will find that your morning sickness improves if you switch that to taking it either with a snack or if you switch to it to taking it at night. So again, hopefully these will help you. Good luck, and you'll be better soon.